Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna take a look, just a quick overview of this GRAUGEAR, I hope I'm saying it close enough, heatsink with cover for PlayStation 5. Now, this is a cheap accessory from Amazon, and why do I wanna make a video of this? Well, simple, because we just got a PS5 and I wanted to extend the memory and I wanted to get something like this to provide better cooling and heat dissipation. And this is a popular product on Amazon. I mean, it comes up at top of my search, but I couldn't find any video or anything that shows it a little bit more detailed. So basically I was looking for one, I couldn't find it, and decided to make one in case someone else is like me looking for a video like this. Now I want to say it right away, and because I don't want to waste your time, if you're looking for a comprehensive review with like a temperature tests and things like that, comparing this to a OEM cover that comes with your PlayStation, this is not going to be it. I don't have any thermal probes, I don't have a way to actually test this. I just saw some feedback and some comments on this product from other customers saying that before they got this with the PlayStation's own cover for an SSD, they were experiencing some overheating issues, and after they got this, those overheating issues disappeared, and this is basically what I want. I just don't want to run into that problem. So this here is actually a bundle of SSD cover and an SSD heatsink. It's made specifically for PlayStation 5 cover, that is. The heatsink can be used in any computer with any SSD. So it claims to be dust proof. I don't think it's actually dust proof, but it'll help. And it has aluminum heatsink included and a couple of silicone thermal pads. For me, I'm actually going to be using this NVMe SSD from Samsung here, of course, because I'm a Samsung fanboy. And this already has its own built-in heatsink. On their website it actually shows that it's compatible with PS5, so that's good. And I got the bundle with the heatsink. I didn't need to, I could save a couple bucks if I just got the cover, which they do sell separately. But I decided to go with this because it was literally $2 more. And I figured for $2, why not get a heatsink? I have like this NVMe drive sitting here, it doesn't have a heatsink. It's kind of lame looking otherwise, so I'm probably just gonna put it on this. This, by the way, came out of a Razer laptop, believe it or not. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. Basically, what I wanted to see was just what it looks like, you know, not in some stock Photoshop photos, but in real life. How thick it is, what the quality of materials is, what comes in the box, things like that. And this is all I want to demonstrate here. So you have little support card, okay, guarantee card, so like your warranty card. Down here, some instructions. Now look, I'm pretty sure I can figure this out. And here, we'll start with the heatsink. Pretty basic, nothing special. By the way, it's probably worth saying, this is under $20 for the whole set. In fact, last night when I ordered it, it was on sale for $16. So there's your heatsink. Again, it's nothing too crazy here, but it's going to be better than nothing. And this is the back plate, and they're just going to click together. Of course, you're going to want to apply those thermal pads first, so find them. So there are a couple of thermal pads. Basically, all you got to do in this case is going to be put them on your drive, stick it in here, and put the top piece on there, and click it. And now you got a little bit nicer looking NVMe drive with the heatsink. But that's not the main purpose of this purchase. We got an extra screw and like a spacer for your NVMe, and here's the cover itself. So this is actually the part that I wanted to see. The first impression, this is shinier than I expected, and that's fine. I mean, I don't care. You're not gonna see it inside your PS5 anyway. They also come in a couple of different colors. There's bronze and there's black version. I wanted the silver one, and I ordered with the bundle, and it's okay because they actually didn't have a silver by itself, and they only have these bundles come with the silver, so it worked out. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it actually appears to be pretty decent quality wise. It is thin, very thin. Kinda, I'm not gonna do it, but it kinda feels like if you wanted to, you could probably bend it in half relatively easily. Maybe not, but I don't want to test. I just did. So there you go, good test. Very easy to bend, okay? Whatever you're gonna do for content. So no big deal, it bends right back. So as you can see, it's very thin, and yeah, perfect. So you wonder about that, now you have the confirmation. And back here, it has this mesh that's supposed to prevent dust from getting in there. And basically, you know, these holes on top here are gonna allow better heat dissipation. Heat's gonna exit from the bay where your SSD sits, and of course your fan then gonna suck it all out of there, blow it out. So this mesh here is removable. Not the easiest thing to do, but you can push it out and you can get it out of there. You know, for maintenance, presumably to clean if you need to. I guess I'm not gonna do it. It's actually, it doesn't come out as easily as you would think, because I don't want to break anything else, you know. So I'm gonna leave it there, and that's it. And then you just put it in there. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of pressing here to push this middle part out, but yeah, be careful with this. Give me a second, let me get the OEM one, and then we'll compare. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and get the OEM cover out of this PlayStation. Don't want to break anything else, a little bit hard to do with one hand. Here we go. This is brand new. I actually got it about a week ago, but I didn't want to do anything with it until I got the an SSD for it. I'm gonna put that aside. Let's see the best way to get this cover out. I guess just maybe pick it up with a screw. Here we go. Okay, and there's your empty bay. So let's take it back to my desk and we can compare. By the way, there's some scratches here. They're not for me. This is the first time I opened this up. Maybe I should have been showing this out, but there are 100 videos about those things on YouTube, so I'm not gonna waste your time with that. Okay, and now I'm back at my desk. I'm gonna pick this up again. I just noticed it does pick up some fingerprints. But again, you're not gonna care because it's gonna be inside your PS5. You're never gonna see it again unless you keep your PS5 open for some reason. I don't think it's a good idea because it's gonna affect the cooling of the system negatively. I pushed it and pressed it back, I think, you know, pretty decently. I don't see, maybe just a little bit here from that unfortunate bend for test purposes. And here it is side by side with an OEM included cover plate. So as you can see, of course, the one that comes with PS5 is completely solid, and there are many tests out there that show that it does negatively affect your heat dissipation. Basically, with the plate on, you probably be looking at 6 to 7 higher degrees, also depending on the drive you're going to use it with, than if you remove this. And it's also not recommended to use your PS5 with this cover off. So there are many third-party aftermarket parts like this one here that's supposed to solve this problem. They give it a little bit more airflow, I guess, for the heat to escape, and also keeping the dust out of that bay. Thickness wise, this is pretty thin too. Honestly, they're probably the same, but I'm not gonna be bending this one. I hope you don't mind. Alright, let's go put this back in and see what it looks like in the system. Okay, and here we're back at this bed. Sorry about this set here, I know it's not the greatest. Installing your SSD, this is not a tutorial, but yeah, might as well do it together. Installing this SSD is extremely easy, very similar to how you would do it with a computer. You just need to make sure to use the spacer. So a tiny little spacer and a screw. So in this instance, it's going to be this one. Okay, so spacer first, and then you just slide your SSD in there gently. Make sure it clicks, also gently. You don't have to push it in hard or anything. Naturally, for an M.2 slots, it pushes it out a little bit. Not a big deal. and then you put the screw back in there. By the way, speaking of the screw, I don't recall if I mentioned, but this little screwdriver actually comes with the plate as well. So that's a nice little addition. In case you don't have one, they do provide you with one. And that's it. Screw it in there. I apologize, my hand is in the way. Screw it in there until it's nice and secure. You don't have to force anything. You just make sure it's nice and secure and stays in place. We're gonna go ahead and install the new plate. Let's see if this is supposed to slide in there. There it is. Push it down. It goes in place like so. Perfect. And I think I should be able just to use the original screw that came with PlayStation. That's it. There it is. Bingo. I mean, that looks alright. I wish it was more of a matching kind of color to, you know, these silver parts here, a matte finish, but it still looks pretty nice. And once again, it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna see it. You know, you're gonna put your plate back on there, and you'll never see it again. And this is it, friends. Sorry for the amateur quality of video and presentation this time, but like I said, I just wanted to show what this looks like in real life, how it goes in there. It's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. I think it's going to help a little bit, even if it's just, you know, in my head, knowing that this is there instead of just a solid plate makes me feel better. And for $14 to $16 for something like this, you know, the cover by itself 14 bucks, cover with the heatsink 16 bucks. This is a pretty good deal. There are more expensive ones. You're gonna want to be careful. Some of them actually have real heatsink attached to them. So if your SSD has its own heatsink, they're not gonna fit. Make sure you're aware of that. But other than that, if you just want something expensive to put in there and forget about it, I think this is a decent option. You know, if there's any problems with it, if it melts or something, I find out there's a big issue, I'll probably issue a correction at some point. And with that said, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can. That's it. Bye.